So I'm currently investing 15 million coins into La Liga Team of the Weeks, and here is why. So just before the video does start, a quick little ad on a trading service I offer over on Twitch for the cheapest trading guides out there for just £4, €4, all free with Amazon Prime. You'll receive daily trading and investing guides covering PlayStation, Xbox and PC with an array of methods covering all budgets. And I've been trading for over 10 years, making over 100 million in multiple different FIFAs, and now for the last 4 years I've made 10 million coins in just the first month. So I'm currently investing 15 million coins into La Liga Team of the Weeks, and this is why we're doing it. So far I've basically been able to invest around about 7 million coins in the process of selling the Liga and Team of the Weeks I bought yesterday, who ended up doing really well with the Cup. For example, we picked up Aubameyang at 32, and he's already up to like 45, 48, so we made some really good money in just 24 hours on cards like that. But what we're going to do is we are going to go and sell on those Ligans and continue buying La Liga Team of the Weeks. We can see right there I've got the like to Correa. Fed to my traps list, there's just an absolute abundance of different La Liga Team of the Weeks, and I'm going to go and talk about why I'm buying each one and what the whole investment's about. So buying Team of the Weeks in general is not a bad play, and the reason buying Team of the Weeks in general is not a bad play is because we are expecting to get an upgrade SBC this Saturday requiring Team of the Weeks. Now EA last year didn't actually require Team of the Weeks for upgrade SBCs since they went out of packs, but EA's already required Team of the Weeks. They required them for the 10 times 83, I think it was, or the 7 times 84, sorry, 7 times 84 plus, yeah. And there was 3 times a day, but they weren't in packs. So Team of the Weeks ended up going from about 28k all the way up to about 70k. It was absolutely insane. Well, we're expecting the same sort of thing happening this Saturday. Now, will the SBC be as demanded as the 7 times 84? Maybe not. Will the SBC be repeatable 3 times a day? Maybe not. The one thing that'll also mean it won't do quite as well is that we already know that we're going to get a tradable Team of the Week pack on the Wednesday, which as a result could go and drop them. Because previously it was just one tradable Team of the Week pack for like 6 weeks, but now it's out every week. So last week we went and got ourselves the 7 times 84 plus, if we can go and find it. And again, this required Team of the Week, and Team of the Weeks did very, very well. Well, EA basically have a roster of 3 SBCs that they all either alternate between or they go between all 3. So what I mean by this is, if we go look at the SBCs that came out, before I guess that one, we've got the double 86. There's a few like EFL sort of ones, but I'd ignore them because they're not the ones that come out on the Saturday. And then we've got the 10 times 83. So we've got the double 86, the 10 times 83, and then on top of that we got the 7 times 84 plus. Well, the thing is, they don't actually alternate between all 3 necessarily. Sometimes they just alternate between 2. So sometimes the EA don't actually go and just alternate between all 3. They sometimes just alternate between 2 of them. For example, we can see right here we got the 10 times 83. Then if we scroll down here, we can see we got the 5 times 84. And then if we scroll down again, we can see that we go back to the 10 times 83, if I'm not wrong. We go back to the 10 times 83 and there's no double 86. So we're not guaranteed that the next one's going to be a 10 times 83, but I'd say we're quote-unquote guaranteed, because, nothing's ever fully guaranteed. But going off of trends, we should get the 10 times 83 SBC, or we should get the 4 times 87. Now, I showed you earlier that the 4 times 87 does require a Team of the Week, and there's the 10 times 83 requiring a Team of the Week. Also, EA has not changed any requirements since Team of the Seasons happened. In previous years, what they did was they changed the requirements of the SBCs once Team of the Season came out. This year, they really just haven't, so that's why it's another decent gamble. Now, if they do require them, I think the going rate of Team of the Weeks, the easiest way to find them is just look at this team. The going rate of Team of the Weeks at the moment is about 30k. Now, I would say if they're needed for an SBC that is repeatable once per day, I'd say they go from about 30, maybe up to about 42, 45k between the Saturday and the Tuesday. Now, if they're required 3 times a day, I'd say they go from 30 to 50, 60k between Saturday to Tuesday. I'd say if the SBC isn't very well demanded, sometimes what you see is them peak on the Saturday, and they might peak on the Saturday about, maybe about 35, 37. If the SBC doesn't require Team of the Weeks, I do see them going down to probably about 25, 27k. So, that's kind of the explanation of why I'm buying Team of the Weeks, but why am I buying La Liga Team of the Weeks? Well, there's a few Team of the Weeks that have additional utility than them just being Team of the Weeks. So, for example, for about 30k, I could go and buy myself a Otamendi. So we could go buy someone like Otamendi, and he's just really not got much demand. He's just an 84 player. Maybe you get very lucky and he's used for an evolution. but he's got no additional utility. But if we go and look at what else we can go and buy for 29k, we could go and buy a 90 rated Donnarumma, we could go and buy a 90 rated Osherman, we can go and buy a 90 rated Diani. And Diani would be a pretty decent investment because, you know, she's a WSL woman, maybe she'll get some a Ligue 1 woman, maybe she'll get some link investments to some of the SBCs. But for the exact same price as Otamendi, I can get all this additional utility, you know, rating, link investing, that I just won't get on Otamendi. Which is why when you're investing in Team of the Weeks, yeah, you could just go and get any Team of the Weeks because if they're needed for SBCs, they'll all rise. But, what is it? The likes of Diani won't drop anywhere near as much as the likes of Otamendi will if they're not needed because she's just got those additional things. So the reason I'm buying La Liga is because next week's team of the season is the La Liga team of the season. Now what happened with the Ligan special cards is they rose and rose and rose going into Friday. So for example, if I go and load up the likes of a Kocha, if we go and load up the likes of a Kocha, what you'll see is from the Saturday and Sunday, he basically just kept on rising and rising. There you go. I mean, even from the Wednesday, this guy just kept on rising and rising and rising going into the Ligan tournament. There you go. We can see last Thursday, 24k, up there to 33k. So what this means is if the rest of the market's kind of dropping, these guys have a little bit of a fail-safe because they're just going to rise because of the hype. Well, that's the method behind the madness of the La Liga. Like I was saying earlier, I could go and buy myself an Otamendi at like 29k, or I could go and buy myself a Correa for, you'd be able to get him for about 29-30. But Correa, what will happen is he should start rising, you know, I'd say from happily Friday, I guess, into Thursday. And the reason he should be rising Friday to Thursday is because there should be hype around him being able to be using the La Liga Team of Season Cup. Just like why all the players rose yesterday, special cards, gold cards, we'll see the same with informs. Again, I showed you earlier, and Aubameyang I bought at 32, rose up to 45k because people were using him in the cup. Well, as a result of that sort of hype, on top of that, you've also got people saying, do you know what, maybe they'll be able to be used in Nevo, maybe they'll use as a link investment, so on and so on. Players like Correa, players like, who else is another one? Like De Jong again is not far off being fodder. You can go and buy these guys for give or take the exact same price as the you know, plebby team of the week. But what will happen is these guys will start rising into Thursday. Now you do have to be aware that actually you're still going to go and sell them Tuesday after 6 PM because the tradable team of the week pack occurs on the Wednesday, which will, despite these players starting to rise in the hype, they'll still drop heavily on the Wednesday with the tradable team of the week pack. For example, even though Aubameyang had a really, really good rise, we can see he rose there from 30 all the way up there to 45. He still dropped with the team of the week pack, but what would have happened is he would have held his value a lot better than other players because of him being a Ligue 1 player going into the cup. So the idea is that these La Liga players will actually start rising, you know, literally today, going into Friday, but what will happen is they will dip on the Wednesday after 6 PM. So what we do is we go and buy these cards now. We're then going to go and sell them Tuesday after 6 PM. If they're not needed for the upgrade SBC on the Saturday, it doesn't matter because they should still hold value and keep rising. You're then going to go and sell them on the Tuesday after 6 PM content. And then what you can do is you're going to go and buy them on the Wednesday when we get the tradable team of the week pack. But that is going to wrap that up. As I say, this is generally what I'm putting 15 million coins in. I think about 7 million coins deep now. So I'm just going to go and put the other 7, 8 million coins in. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching. And we'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.